Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Sorry I've been a little bit absent in my channel, but if you guys saw my last video, I did mention that I was going to be trying to upload 2 to 3 times a week, only because I do have family over since it is summer here in California. So a lot of family comes over and the kids are in vacation, so it's just a time of family for me, for my family at least. So for that reason, I do not have a lot of time as of right now for the next couple of weeks, maybe 2 to 3 weeks. So I will be trying to upload 2 to 3 times a week. But here is a short reading. I was able to get away and do this little recording. So I hope you guys find some guidance. Again, these are general readings, so take them with a grain of salt. Apply it to your life however you see fit. If you do not find any guidance, that is okay. I can't touch on everybody's situation because this is a general reading. If you would like a personal reading, my email is always listed in the description box below, along with the timestamps and the decks that I use. So we have 3 options, option 1, 2, and 3, and this is just gonna be a spiritual message. Like what needs to come through, whatever comes through. And like I always say, these are messages that you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And I want to take a moment and thank everybody who has commented, subscribed, liked, or shared my videos. It means the world to me. Thank you very much. I really do honestly love it when people tell me, you know what, your reading resonated with me. It made me cry. Because that when you cry in a reading or it really touches you, that means that it touched you in a soul level. Maybe your mind, your critical mind didn't understand the message, but at a soul level your higher self did. And so sometimes we subconsciously integrate these messages into our subconscious, and then we are able to process them later when our mind is just like, no, that's not the message for me. Or sometimes because there's a big difference between knowing that that message has nothing to do with you and then having this like sense of denial, like being like, oh, you know what, this is touching on something heavy, so you close the video off. You also have to look at that. Why are you like in denial in watching that video? Like, what is it touching on? Or what is it that you're not seeing? Is there a problem that you're trying to avoid? And therefore you're resistant to listening to the message. So you also have to, that's why I say always listen to your intuition. Apply the messages in your life with a grain of salt. These are general. I always have to say it. That's my disclaimer. I'm going to be using the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck by Alana Fairchild, one of my favorite decks in the world. And then I'm going to be using my own personal Oracle deck. I did get several requests through email and comments that some of you wanted to see my Oracle deck. So I am going to be doing a video showing some of the images of my deck and why I chose certain images and what meaning do they have to me, and is it for sale or not. That's also going to be in the video, so stay tuned for that. That could be the next video that I make. And let's get started with the reading. So for option 1, we have Visions of Life Beyond Death, number 44. I love the images in this deck. If my soul could literally draw something, I think it would be the images of this deck. I really love it. So Visions of Life Beyond Death. And then we have Breathe and Trust. So a lot of darkness here. You may be going through a period of your life where you are in a phase of your life where you don't know where you are going because of the darkness here. I feel like you have to be based on your intuition. You have to follow your intuition in order to navigate through this darkness that you are going through. I feel like some of you are feeling very anxious about this change or about this process that you're going through. You don't know where you're going. You don't know what waits for you at the end of this transition, I'm hearing. So they're telling you, this card is reminding me here that, to breathe and trust and have, unwavering faith that the universe has your back, and that whatever you are going through, everything is going to be okay. So practice yoga with the breathing here. Also, visions of life beyond death is telling me, again, is reinforcing the death here, that you are going through a major change. And I feel like this is always a repeating thing in my videos. I don't know if this is just the energy that I mostly connect with, is with people that are always going through change. And this is something I can personally testify to, because sorry if you hear my radio, that's my Pandora. It's just that me having Scorpio in my ruling my fourth house in my astrological chart, and Pluto there in Scorpio, I know what it feels like to always be, always be things in your home at least changing, or who you are as a person changing, because the fourth house is all about that. I don't know why I felt guided to share that. Maybe some of you are going through some changes in your home, or changes personally, you in yourself, how you see yourself, how you view the world. So that's why I'm like thinking that maybe some of you are going through change, and I know what it feels like not knowing where this change is going to take you. And the best advice I can give you is to always trust that whatever changes are coming your way are always ultimately for the best for you and everyone involved. The world is not picking on you. The universe is not picking on you. It's just sometimes when we don't make these changes voluntarily, the universe steps in and to make these changes for you. So that is kind of the message I am getting. I'm also getting here with this card is you have the ability now to truly see what is real, rather than what things are or what people are on a superficial level. I'm hearing that some of you, something that you used to think a certain way, now you're not looking at the situation with the same eyes. You have changed the way you're thinking, and maybe something I'm hearing that you thought was a problem in the past is no longer a problem. It's like you put in a fresh set of eyes and you're able to look at the situation differently. I'm hearing for some of you, something around you may appear to be changing shape or form. Something is being lost, it's being shed. And again, with this of shedding, shedding who we are as a person as well, shedding belief systems, shedding people around us, letting go of people who are no longer in alignment with with where we want to go in life. And I feel like some of you, you are trusting that new phase in your life, or this process that you're undergoing. It's just, this woman here is underwater. And I feel that that's how you feel. You feel like you are drowning, that you can't breathe. Trust that everything is going to be okay. I feel like you have been in a slump. I feel that there is, the hope is coming up. I'm hearing hope and love. So, always have trust that there's always hope. There's always love around you, people around you. And the universe always has love for you, no matter what you're going through. I'm also hearing that some of you will receive some type of vision here. I'm being pointed to the crown chakra here. That you're going to receive some type of vision. You're going to receive grace, I'm hearing. I feel like some of you were stagnant in this place of not knowing. I'm getting the 7 of Cups vibe from the tarot. So if you were not sure where you were going, things seemed cloudy, you were confused, I feel like all of that is going to be, you're able to see clearly now where you want to go or where you are heading. yeah, whatever confusion you're having will pass. I'm also hearing the stories that you have been telling yourself are looking way different now. You're leaving behind a narrow view of life and stepping into a more expansive one, a trusting one. I'm hearing that some of you, maybe you always, when you went through change, always felt like this, like you were drowning, like you couldn't see your way out. But I'm hearing now now just breathe through the process. Trust that everything will be okay, that the universe is always looking out for you and it's always watching and protecting you. I'm hearing you will prevail over what was once an obstacle. You will prevail. So that is your message for those of you who chose option 1. I really hope you resonated with it, or at least you found some guidance, and I will see you guys next time. Now to option 2. For option 2, we have going beyond normal, 14. Isn't this artwork so beautiful? And then we have circle of life. When I created this card, the reason why I created it was for that song in Lion King, The Circle of Life. That was the basis of my whole meaning for this card. So every time I get this card, it's always like a major exclamation point, kind of pay attention. So it's one of those wild cards in my deck. So the fact that it came out here for option 2, it is telling me that whatever is going on is because of life. Life is stepping in, like I was saying. Life is stepping in and is making changes for you. I'm hearing that if you are stuck, I feel like people who chose number 2 are stuck whether to follow the mainstream or to dare to be different. That's why they're going beyond normal here. I feel like you are weighing your options. You're saying, you know what, if I follow mainstream, it will be okay. But if I be different, yes, it's risky. It's less safe. But I'm also hearing that people who chose this option only rely on logic and science. And Spirit wants to tell you, why do you only rely on logic and science without blending mystery and magic? So I feel like you're starting to incorporate a little bit of, I don't know if you're exploring for the first time spiritualism, or you're doing maybe religion. But I feel like you're doing something that is not mainstream, that is completely different. For some of you, I am hearing that this is something that you've always felt, or you always believed in some, I don't know, religion I'm hearing. But not religion as in like it's more on a spiritual level. And I feel like you're like, should I come out of the broom closet, basically? I feel like this approach in life, only following your logic and your mind, and only science based, is restricting you. It's limiting you. It prevents you from living freely. I'm hearing you have to let go of the idea of things going according to plan. Life doesn't go according to plan. That's where the circle of life comes in. Everything serves a purpose. There is a greater plan by the universe or by God, if you believe in God or whomever you believe in. He has a greater plan. Life has a greater plan. But we can't, our logic mind wants to always go according to our plan, according to our little roadmap. But here the cards are telling you, if your plans change, if you were planning to do something and it's not going according to plan, it is okay. It is going according to a higher divine plan. I don't know if that's making sense. I'm also getting that people who chose this group are feeling very pressured by people in the world around them, that they have to meet these deadlines, they have to follow rules. But I'm hearing that the best plan is to follow what feels right to you. So maybe you're tired of being mainstream. Maybe you're tired of following the flock. Maybe you're trying to swim against the grain, and it's hard. I know it's hard. Especially when I always say this, when we're following tradition or following, trying to be different from other people, you're always looked down upon. But there's always people that will think like you, and there's always support, and there's people around you who will guide you and support you and give you those kind words that you need to hear. I'm hearing follow what is right for you, what feels right for you in your heart at a soul level. I'm hearing it's time to do less planning and more living. So maybe you're a person who's always had things planned. You were like, you know what? I'm going to get married, then have kids, and then, own a house. Usually a lot of people will say own a house first and then, get married and then have kids. But I feel like you always had some type of plan. And now life is stepping in with the circle of life and telling you, you know what? Your plans are shot. I was going to say shot to hell, but they're, screw your plans. This is Source's plan, and this is where you are meant to go. So you have to start living more, not just planning. I feel like you're stepping outside of the plan. So either the universe is making you step out of the plan, or you yourself. Like I said, you're tired of tradition. You're tired of being mainstream, of following other people's orders or beliefs. And you're like, you know what? I need to step out of this. This doesn't resonate with me anymore. And I feel like you're living right now at the border of what is socially acceptable. And this could be applied in many areas of your life. And Spirit is telling you that is okay. You have to live from your heart. You're breaking with tradition in some form. Maybe not completely. Either you are, just modifying it, adding your own flair, your own touch, I'm hearing. And with the circle of life, when I created this card, the meaning behind it was, understanding that unity in all things in the universe is the circle of life. Everything is interconnected. And I'm also hearing you have found your place in the circle of life. And it may be something that you were not expecting. Maybe you had this plan and all of a sudden something's, sparked inside you, and it's not something that you traditionally would feel called to do. But I'm hearing that this is your place in the circle of life. This is your mission. The series of events that are unfolding in your life at this time are bringing everything together for you. And you have to ultimately remember that we are all living in this world, and we are all trying to make our own way in this world. That is your message for option 2. I hope you guys found some guidance or some type of, some type of healing message in it. And now to option 3. So for option 3, we have inspiration, number 3, the bee totem. The bee totem to me is all about ancient wisdom. It's about sisterhood. It's about divine feminine. And we have baby. The beginning of something. So this might be the beginning of a new idea. And we'll put this here. Maybe some of you are wanting to be a mother. For this card, I am getting that there is, like I said, a new idea that is coming to you, or that has come to you already. I'm hearing that is something It's something that you're like, could be. You're thinking about it and you're like, it could be. I'm hearing that you have to accept this vision. You're thinking this vision is way too big for you. But they're telling me that it is possible. If you had a question or you were concerned about a certain situation, the answer is, it is possible. Maybe you wanted to start, a new beginning of some sort. They're telling you it is possible. If you're wanting to get pregnant, it is possible. With the bee here, like I was saying, because there's bees here. You see the little bees? So with the bees here, this dream that I'm hearing that some of you have, or this aspiration that you have for something, you're thinking it's too big. You're thinking it's way, it's way out of the box. It's something impossible. I'm hearing mission impossible. But you have to remember that bees are able to fly with wings that are significantly smaller to the proportion of their heavier bodies. Why am I telling you this? Because that means that even though you think this idea is too big or too out there, it is possible. If the bees could fly with these small little wings with their heavy bodies, anything is possible. I'm hearing that for some of you, you find this, you're finding it difficult to get this idea off the ground. I'm just hearing this is too big. This is too big of an idea. This is too big of a project. Or this is something too big to follow through. But I'm hearing it could succeed. It has big potential for success. I'm hearing also with the bees, the helper bees, I'm hearing there will be helpers coming to you to help you put this idea together, to get this idea off the ground. I'm hearing you are meant to do things differently. And maybe that's the idea. Maybe you're wanting to do something different, something inspirational, something in which you will inspire other people. For others of you, I am hearing that this idea has great potential. Okay, I'm hearing it. It can be successful. I don't know what this idea is. It could be with anything related to children as well, because we have the children card here. Or maybe an idea with a child of yours, or maybe you work with children, you're a teacher, a therapist, or maybe I'm hearing writing a child's book. Okay, that was very specific. I'm hearing sweet, if none of this is resonating with you, whatever you are going through, I'm hearing you are reaching a level of sweet success. You're going to enter in a phase of life where there will be abundant honey. I'm hearing honey and abundance is coming your way. For others of you, this abundance and this success will come through your development of this idea. I'm hearing you have to see it through the end. You have to believe. See it through the end. So I don't know what this idea is. It could also be, this is giving me Empress and vibes, and it's number 3 too. So it's a fertile time. Again, if you want to get pregnant, you will be seeing, the soil is fertile to plant any seeds. Whether this is to start new projects, to start that new book. I'm hearing new book. New book. I don't know who's writing a book. Maybe a child's book or about parenting. So if that's someone out there, they're telling you this is the time to do it. This is the right time. And you will receive success. You will receive abundance, and there is great potential for success. And I keep hearing success, success. So whatever your idea is a good time to get it done, to start, organizing and practicing how you want to convey this idea to other people. So that is the message that I have for option 3. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.